Welcome to my art studio. I'm excited to show you today how to make a small house. So if you missed it in one of my live classes, I showed everyone how to make a really tiny little house out of paper. Construction paper, colored paper, any paper is fine. It is really a cute little house, and I show you the different steps how to build it. It doesn't take much time, but you need to have some materials. So construction paper is one thing you need to have. Colors are much better than white paper, but you can color it any way you like. So what you need to have are these tools. You need to have a little ruler. Mine is pretty large, but it can be a small ruler. You need to draw a line. You need to have glue. You need to have a pencil, and you need to have scissors. So these are the important thing to have. And now I will show you the different steps how to build this little house. All right, here we have our little station. We have two colors of construction paper. You can choose any colors you like. So you need one color for the building, one for the roof, and then maybe a third or the same for the windows. So at least two colors, maybe three. What you need is the scissors, the pencils, the ruler, and the glue. We start with the yellow paper. So I'm gonna show you how to do the basic building. So I mark the regular paper 11 by 8.5. I mark from down below here 2.5 inches about. It doesn't have to be precise. You can experiment with different sizes. It is just a base to get started out. So you mark the sides and make a little line all across. You need a stripe of construction paper. So this is going to be my stripe, and I will cut it to build the walls of my little house. So I cut it all across with my scissors, and I will then use the ruler to really kind of mark the roof. Okay, so now we're going to build the wall of our little house. We take the side of the paper, which is 8.5, and we take about 2.5 inches of the side. We mark it here. It can be taller, it can be a little smaller, it doesn't really matter. You can experiment with that and do houses of different shapes and different sizes. So I take here for now 2.5 inches. I go just across. All right. I'm gonna cut the stripe even. So that is the size we are working with. So the next step is to really determine where the roof line is. So I will take about a 1/2 inch off from the side like this and mark it all the way down. So now that is the top of the house where I will set the roof on. But before we determine the roof, we have to fold the side in, because that is the side where we're going to glue the house together. We fold this in. Then we take the whole stripe, including the fold, and fold this whole house in half. So 2 equal pieces. Then we open that again, and then we fold it in a smaller piece. That will be the side of the house. It's about like that big, I would say. Yes. I fold this. Here's the edge of the folded paper, and then I take the folded side here and take it all the way over and fold it just tight here, the same way that it's flush to this little line. So then we open this up and we have two equal sides on the opposite, the long side, the short side, and it is a perfect little rectangle for the house. So before we move on, we have to think about how the roof is sitting on it. So we take the shorter side of the house and make a little triangle to rest the roof on it. In order to do that, we have to figure out where the middle exactly is. That's the middle beside from this side to this side, and I make a straight line to the middle from both sides. All right, there we have a little triangle. That's where the roof is gonna rest on. I do the same here. There's the center, the middle, and I make a straight line up here and another straight line up here. So that way we have the roof line of the house. That's the tip of the house where the roof sits on, and that's the sides. So the next step is we have to cut it. So I take the side here, cut it all along, then here where this triangle is, go all the way up here, down here again, and on the same height we go all across the length of the house and up to the rooftop and down on the other side. So there we have the outline of the wall, all nicely pointed out. So that's where we're going to set the roof on. Now, before we assemble the house, we have to determine where the door is. So on my little house here, I like the door right in the middle here. So I have a little sketch of the door, how it's going to be. It's about like that size of the house. So, but when we cut it, we only cut the top of the door and the side. The other side we leave intact because we want to be able to open and close the door. So we cut the side and we cut the top of the door, and here we are able to fold it open. There it is, the door, open and close. So we leave it like this. Now we will assemble it. Now on this side is the folded edge that we need to glue it together. So we take a little bit of glue, only use a little bit because the glue is really fairly strong and you only need a little bit. It will hold it. Then we take this side and really fit it on precisely, especially the bottom here, because we want to have it rested there all the way. We press. Now we enforce the corners. Make sure that they're really nice rectangles. So, and there is the wall of our little house, and it is ready for the roof. Step after the walls of the house will be the roof. So I choose this little blue paper. So we need to determine how big the roof is. So that is the place where the roof rests on. So I want to have it a little overlapping. So here is going to be the center of my roof right there. I make a little line there. That's going to be the center of my roof. And then I will fold it to the side here, and it will end here with a little overhang like this. So I do the same thing on the other side. So in order to see it right, you have to see that's how wide the house is, and here is gonna do here the roof will end on that side. So I make a little mark here, a little mark there, and now I can cut it off. So you need your ruler. You make a straight line from your last mark all the way over here, and you make a straight line where you have this mark here and go all the way down here. So this is going to be our roof. I cut it off. Right there. Right there. So this seems to be the right size. Next step is to fold it in half. You take your roof, you line it really nicely up and fold it. So this is going to be our roof. And we want to see how it fits. It's a little overlapping on both sides. It seems to be all right. So now we are going to glue it on. Take a little bit of glue, and again, it just only needs a tiny little bit of glue. And we put it carefully here on the edges of the wall. Really just a little bit. We don't want to have it run down the wall, so be really careful. Just a few sparse little drops on it. I hope you guys can see it. And then we're going to place the roof right on top. Make sure it's in the right place. Make sure it's fitting everywhere. Turn it around. So that's our basic shape of our house. Now, the third step are the windows. So we are going to cut out some windows for our house. And I show you that in the next step. I hope you enjoyed to make our little houses today, to build them out of construction paper and explore more. See if you can make your little town or village and build other things. If you like the trees, I can show you next time how to do the paper trees as well. It is pretty fun and easy to do. So please leave me your comments, your thoughts, your ideas in the comment box. I'm really excited and happy to read them. I hope to see you next time and enjoy your day. Bye.